Hello, everyone. Hope you all had a nice break. Now it is time for the finalist announcements. Are you excited?
Of course, we are excited, Bintang.
Okay, so here we go. The finalists for senior high school speech that are going to the final round are...
First, we have here Daina Fatima Arif from SMA Negeri 4 Surabaya. Congratulations!
The second finalist that we have here is Siti Zahra from SMA Negeri 5 Bogor.
Next, finalist Gania Amara Araminta Jasmine from SMA IT Atofik Bogor. Yay!
The next finalist is Nicholas Setiadi Haus from Sekolah Dian Harapan Bogor.
The next one is Muhammad Abid from SMK SMAK Bogor.
Yay! Congratulations to all finalists. To everyone else whose names were not mentioned, please do not lose hope.
You already are a champion and you can always try again next time. To all finalists, we wish you the best of luck in the final round. To the PJ, you may now take over.
Hello everyone, congratulations for the finalists who made it to the final round. Right now I'm going to announce your theme for the final round. Please pay attention to the theme now. Your theme for the final round is why should teenagers participate in a social activism or movements? I repeat, your theme for the final round is why should teenagers participate in social activism or movements? Do you all get it? Please give me a thumbs up if you do. Okay.
Could you repeat one more time?
Okay, I repeat one more time. The theme for your final round is why should teenagers participate in social activism or movements, right? I'm going to pop it on the chat. Wait, okay, there you go. So you have 30 minutes to build up your speech for the final round. So we're gonna start at exactly 1:36. Are you okay with that, everyone?
Yes, sure.
Okay, then we'll see you in 30 minutes.
So easy at the start, got too used to being understood. Then one day I caught you looking down, couldn't reach you like I Let's take a walk, 'cause we're not getting any sleep tonight. Down by the water where they're hanging up those strings of lights. Let's go off the script, scrap the final page. I don't know why we read them and they're all the same. Let tomorrow wait, let's take a little time. Don't worry about the daylight, just keep on talking line by line. 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. Close your eyes and keep on talking line by line till we get to the other side. Close your eyes, we only talking. My head's not set for getting through another opening night. Those questions I don't wanna deal with at the best of times. Let's go off the script, scrap the final page. I don't know why we bother, man, they're all the same. Let tomorrow wait, let's take a little time. Don't worry about the daylight, just keep on talking line by line. 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. Close your eyes and keep on talking line by line till we get to the other side. Close your eyes, we only talking line by line. Those little boats are turning out their light. Just close your eyes and keep on talking line by line. bisa menjadi seperti yang kau minta. Ku jadi Jupiter kala cinta menggoda. Tak peduli jika surga dan neraka tak pernah ada, yang penting kau ada, meski tanpa pernah asmara. Mengapa sabda alam perlu jua satukan kisah kita bersama? Cintaku bertepuk harap yang tak ada, rintihan nada asmara. Ingin ku kembali ke masa remaja, serasa gali dan rela. Yang ku mau kau untukku, meskipun kau tak rindu. Engkau aku suka. Aku ingin cinta tebar semerbak percik pesona. Wahai angin mana, bantu aku merebut alam. Meskipun hidup ini terlalu, ku yakin badai pasti berlalu. Lilin kecil pun merayu pijar hatimu. Cintaku bertepuk harap yang tak ada, rintihan nada asmara. Ingin ku kembali ke masa remaja, serasa gali dan rela. Yang ku mau kau untukku, meskipun kau tak rindu. Engkau aku suka. Ternyata cinta di hadapan hatiku hanya kesedihan lain. Cintaku bertepuk harap yang tak ada, rintihan nada asmara. Ingin ku kembali ke masa remaja, serasa gali dan rela. Yang ku mau kau untukku, meskipun kau tak rindu. Engkau aku suka. Cintaku bertepuk harap yang tak ada, rintihan nada asmara. Kau kehidupanku, meski kau tak tahu ada aku di hidupmu. Yang ku mau kau untukku, meskipun kau tak rindu. Engkau aku suka. Kepada yang ku hormati di sana, ku sampaikan salam ini untuk mewakilkan rasa terima kasihku. hadir menyambut hariku, berlagu dengan gairah nadamu. Di mana aku di sini, rindu akan nawaimu. Semesta riang tersenyum merekah, lagumu bagai semangat di jiwa. Oh hatiku ini rindu, namun tak perlu mengharap. Mari bernyanyi bersama dalam sedih senang riang, ayunan pesona jiwa dan berpesta. Ingat metropolis, oh mesin waktu menembus masa lalu. Dan aku pun kan terkenang melihat gaya pesona dalam nyanyian bahagia yang kau cipta. Semesta memberi damai, terima kasih padamu, oh pujangga. Jikalau ada kuda dalam hati, terbesit dalam air dan api, nadamu akan selalu menjadi warna hidupku. Mari bernyanyi bersama dalam sedih senang riang, ayunan pesona jiwa dan berpesta. Ingat metropolis, oh mesin waktu menembus masa lalu. Dan aku pun kan terkenang melihat gaya pesona dalam nyanyian bahagia yang kau cipta. Semesta memberi damai, terima kasih padamu, oh pujangga.
Hello, everyone. Since it is now 1:36 am, are you all ready to start? Okay, if you may, please turn on your camera back on. Back, everyone. Since I think everyone is ready, I think we can begin with the first finalist. Siti Zahra, are you here? Siti Zahra from SMA Negeri Mabogor.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You may start your speech now. The time and place are yours.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Honorable Judge and esteemed finalists, please receive a humble greeting from me. My name is Siti Zahra from SMIN 5 Bogor. This time, I'm going to give a speech about why should teenagers participate in social activism or movements. First of all, we have to know what social activism or movement is. Activism is international action by an individual to bring about social or political change. Its action is in support of or opposition to one side of controversial argument. Social activism is working with other people to bring about a change in society. The word social applies both to society and the idea that activism fosters opportunities for participation. It reflects a personal choice to engage in society. Social activism has changed drastically with advent of social media. For example, the civil rights movement has mostly staged peaceful demonstrations and protests and is still one of the most successful campaigns of social activism. Today, social media has become a key player in social activism. Hashtags such as Black Lives Matter and Me Too have taken over advocacy roles and have been very successful in highlighting social justice issues by providing information that can be accessed around the world. A survey conducted by the Pew Research Center found that 69% of Americans believe that online platforms are essential to successful social activism campaigns. Americans believe that online platforms achieve a variety of political goals, such as getting legislation, attention, and creating sustainable movement for social change. So why should teenagers participate? Based on reality, every social activism activity must be carried out by youth because these young people have more spirit of upholding justice and conveying their aspiration, such as the understanding of social activism. In addition, young people have their own advantage, namely they can build good cooperation with various people, have good communication skill, and can speak persuasively. Young people also have strong reading and critical analysis skills and help to strategize and imagine how a better society will be in the future. For example, a few weeks ago, there was a demonstration movement almost throughout Indonesia, where this demonstration has approximately 11 goals delivered directly by students. These demonstrations succeeded in getting the government to intervene and consult directly with the student at the scene. And the latest is in his regulation of the sexual harassment bill after almost 6 years of being fought by several students. Not only demonstration, being social activism can also bring proud Indonesian name in the international arena. Figures who are always inspiring like Angelina Jolie, Gigi Hadid, they are social activists who are also representative of UNICEF. Maudy Ayunda is also famous as one of the social activism that helps many Indonesians, especially residents who like education in remote areas. In addition to the above, the younger generation must also be equipped with education about how social activism is good and does not harm others, because some teenagers who participate in such demonstration activities only make a riot atmosphere. So overall, the people of Indonesia and the world certainly hope a lot to the youth to be able to convey the aspiration of the community to the governments. The world will not be destroyed by those who do evil, but by those who watch them without doing anything. Albert Einstein. I'm Siti Zahra from SMA 5 Bogor. Thank you.
Thank you, Siti Zahra, for the great speech. Next on, we have Gania Amara from SMI at Taufik. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, wait a minute, I would spotlight. You may begin your speech now. The time and are yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good day, everyone, the honorable judges and my fellow contestants. It's such an honor for me to be here in the finals. First, let's praise be to Allah for His blessing and mercy, because He has given me the chance to finally enter the finals here. Let me reintroduce myself. I'm Gania Amara from Atofik Senior High School, and I will be talking about our team today, which is why should teenagers participate in social activism or movements? Now first, who are these teenagers we speak of? Well, it's us. Yes, we are the current teenagers of today's age. We are the current new generation. And us as the new generation, soon to be adults, we will soon be the ones who will take over what the previous generation has done and become the new world leaders. But there's a problem to that. Everywhere we look, there is chaos, ignorance, discrimination of all kinds. And it originally came from issues stemmed from the previous generations, from the older generations. Like, there are so many things that the previous generation have done, which harms us today. Racism, ableism, misogyny, sexism, and so on and so on. We grew up into a world that is falling apart and dying. And because of that, we need to make things right. The older generation, not a lot of them would actually help. So it's up to us to change the world. As I said in my previous speech, we as teenagers are very open-minded and self-aware. We realize the many, many problems that our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, the things their generation has done. And all those old mindsets that are so harmful, especially in this age. We are here to defy those mindsets. We are here to go against them. But you might remember how your parents maybe not acknowledge you're talking, or maybe they think you're a little kid, you don't know much. This is where the social activism and movements go in place. We talk about these on social media. We go to demonstrations and so on and so on. We want our voices to be heard. So we find the platforms to amplify our voices, to amplify our thoughts. Maybe one thing I can point out that us as teenagers, as younger generations, highly acknowledge, unlike the previous generation, is about mental health. You see, there's a lot of stuff going on in there, and us, we're highly affected by that, whether it's maybe something someone said, or maybe how our parents have treated us from the past, and it pretty much damages us today. And there's even a lot of new films that are directed to kids that talk about these movies, like Encanto or Turning Red, that brings up topics about generational trauma. But now you think about it, I don't think our parents really acknowledge that part. They just watch it for the film. So you see, us as teenagers, we have to speak up on things that adults tend to ignore. We have to speak up to things that the adults have done to harm us as a society. We need to talk about these things. We are the ones who can bring these topics up and make a change to it. One example, a very good example of teenagers who are participating in social activism and movements and making a change, is the TikTok account called Gen Z for Change. They speak up about current world issues and a lot of political problems as well. And since it's a US-based account, it mainly talks about political problems in the US, which is a lot as I've seen. One of the co-founders, Olivia Juliana, I've been following them for a very long time, and they've even spoke at a women's march in Texas, and they've even brought down a website that takes away women's bodily autonomy. They are a very inspirational figure, in my opinion. And you know how old they are? They're only 18. They are our age. They are from our current generation. They are one of us, one of the teenagers. So you see here, we teenagers, we are the new generation. We are the ones who will take over the world. But is there a world for us to take over if everything's in shambles? That is why we are the ones who will have to make things right. We are the ones who have to fight for justice, fight against every single oppressive problem that has happened. I think that's all for my speech. Thank you so much for listening. Forgive me for any mistakes. Billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Gania, for the great speech. Next, we're gonna move on to the next finalist. Next, we have Nicholas Howe from Sekolah Dian Harapan Bogor. Are you here?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, wait a minute. I would like to spotlight you. Okay, you may begin your speech, and the time and place are yours.
Good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me as one of the finalists. And today, I would like to bring you my second speech of the day as to why teenagers should participate in social activism. So without further ado, let's begin. But before we actually get to the part of why teenagers should participate, we have to understand who is a social activism. A social activism is a person who works for social or political changes in many ways, shape, or form. Now, this may seem like a long stretch, but social activists can go from any age and any generation. And that's why teenagers should participate. It's because teenagers have a lot of issues they would like to worry about and they would like to share. They need to worry about their future, which is one of them, for obvious reasons. There are many reasons why they should worry about their future and many examples of things they have to worry about in their future, like climate change, mental illness, and famine, diseases, etc. They also have to fix the issues of the older generation, such as racism, abuse, etc. The things that the older generation failed to fix themselves. The reasons teens should share their opinions is because they have a very open mind and they have so much opinions compared to the older generations, which have seen their perspective of view for many years, and it's hard to change. Now, teenagers should spread it. It's because they should spread it because, like I said, they have many things they worry about, but they also would like to change the perspective of view adults have on them and their issues, such as what if they have mental illness, let's say. They would like to change adults' perspective of view because adults say, oh, you're not depressed, just shake it off. But in reality, teenagers can be overexhausted and tired and they feel depressed sometimes, but adults don't see that. So we have to make a social activism to change their perspective of view so they could understand our issues. Another important thing is that we have to give them new perspective of views instead of just change their old ones. Like, how about some people who would like to fix climate change or deal with mental illness, but some people don't know about that. They have to give them a new perspective of view by teaching them these issues, because we learned about them through our own experiences, like seeing how climate change is rapidly increasing or how mental illness is happening a lot recently. We have to teach them about these issues so they can understand our issues. Now, teens can use social media to their advantage in recent times because now social media is spreading like wildfire in a good way and bad way, but teens can use it so they can spread social activism through YouTube videos, TikToks, media posts, Twitter. There's so many ways teenagers can spread social activism, and they don't have to do it through physical means like rioting. Now, like I said before, teens have an open mind and they can share it in the internet with other people and they can share their opinion on how they see things. And that brings us to the end of today's speech. Thank you for listening and have a good day.
For the great speech, Nicholas. On Muhammad Abid from SMA Bogor. Are you here?
Yes, I am.
Okay, wait a minute. I will to align. Okay, you may start your speech now. The time and place are yours.
The honorable judges, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let's say thanks to Allah SWT, which has given guidance and blessing to us. Therefore, we can gather here to celebrate the final of Prodigy 2020 without hindrance. Our salawat and salam are always delivered on our great Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which has brought us from darkness to brightness. Thank you for your change for me to speak in front of you in the final round. In this special occasion, allow me, Muhammad Abid from SMK Semak Bogor, to deliver my speech about why should teenagers participate in social activism or movement. Last year was fraught with political, environmental, and social change. Issues such as politics, climate change came into an international spotlight. There are a lot of demonstrations out there. The youth are not only our future, they are actively shaping our world today. Young generation have a long history of being on the vanguard of social change movement. Across the globe, young people are on front lines of social change. This can be tremendously positive. Young generation is the agent of change. Students act as a driving force for the community to make changes for the better by using their knowledge, ideas, and movement. Students are the group that must be at the forefront of making changes, because on the shoulders of students there is a point of reckoning for the nation and state. Youth as agents of change and future generation should not ignore any problems that country has. Politics for me personally is an art to rule and achieve power. Politics is a way of determining where justice or tyranny will later rule the lives of all citizens in this democratic country. Politics in Indonesia accommodates parties as a mouthpiece for conveying and channeling the aspirations of citizens from various circles so that they can be voiced more loudly. Students is a high moral force in society. As academics, the intellectual level of students will be aligned with their level of morality. Students are considered to have the highest level of education, so that the younger generation must have a good moral as well. Those students are expected to be example and movers of moral improvement in society. The role of younger generations is a social control. Is that students are expected to be able to become controllers of society and the nation's problems. As people with high intellectual ability and critical attitude, students can become a bridge for the community to fight against the rottenness that occurs in the bureaucracy, which has been considered command in order to create a better development for this country. So I think this is our role as the younger generation to feel social justice activities and the other movement. We can be a community service. We can be involved in advising the education sector, or even like we can be do a mutual respect and sharing to all the society. Maybe in the movement we will find a partner or match, but it's so interesting. But maybe one pedal, 2 or 3 island crows. So yeah, younger generation is the next generation that will feel the independence by learning to do the best for our country, because We love our country, Indonesia, and because this country, Indonesia, needs us. Before I close my speech, as Bung Karno said, give me 10 young people and I will shake the world. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Muhammad. Speech. We will move on to the last finalist. Yeah, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Hello?
Okay. You may start your speech now. The time and place are yours.
Okay. First of all, thank you so much for the opportunity. I feel really honored to be one of the finalists and I will do my best. First of all, I will start my speech by asking you everyone a question, which is, are you participating in a social activism or movement? What is your answer to that? Well, my answer to this question is yes, I am participating in a social activism, which is the Student Council. I personally think that participating in the Student Council is really important and has a huge factor to us in the future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Dayina, and today I'm going to be delivering the speech of why should teenagers be able to participate in social activism or movements. Before I begin my speech, I would like to explain a little bit what is the meaning of social activism. Well, social activism here, based on the Oxford Dictionary, is about a person who works to achieve political or social change, especially as a member of an organization with particular aims. That was the definition of the Oxford Dictionary. Now I'm going to explain with my own words. So the meaning of the social activism is about interacting with society. Today, I'm going to be expanding on 3 factors that contribute the participation of students in social activism and also movements. The first point here is to strengthen the soft skills. This is really important because it will help us in the future where we will survive alone. It has some points which include, it will boost our leadership, it will make us to a leader, and it will also make us confident, and we will be able to communicate with other people and will have good communication skills with other people. In my student council, I try my best to always practice my public speaking, to be able to communicate with other people and to boost my survival instinct. So it's also very important to have the survival skills and the soft skills that everyone should do, especially as the younger generations. Now moving on to my second point, which is teens are full of energy. We as teens, we have a lot of time still behind us, like forward us, we still have the future, and yeah, so we are still full of energy and we have the spirit to still go on. We have dreams, we have our future, and we should do our best to accomplish those goals. So here's a tip. So do not waste your time. If there's a student council in your school, it's better to participate, to have the experience and to know about your soft skills, and then you also can be more prepared in the future then. So this is an important factor to, yeah, that's one of the reasons why students should participate in a student council, because students are still young people and we should use our time wisely and we are still full of energy. Moving on to my third point, which is we as students and teenagers, we are still young and we have the ability to help the society and solve their problems, including with technology and social media. And here, students and teenagers are able to give solution for society problems. For instance, I am here as one of the student council's members, and one of the example is to interact with the society is that in Ramadan, my school is having a community service by distributing food that needed by the society. I think that is a really important factor, or just a little example on how the teenagers have a big impact to the society, and why should teenagers interact with the society. Because teenagers can view and solve problems more openly than adults. Have you ever heard of Greta Thunberg? So she inspires me, and I have watched her videos and speech back in 2022. She's really inspiring, where she creates a global movement called Friday School Strikes, where she's able to gather all teenagers all over the world to interact with the society. I personally think that Greta Thunberg is such a great example, and also a great role model to us teenagers to interact with the society and to do a social activism. In conclusion, I want to say that teenagers need the full energy, we need the spirit, and we have the ability to be us, and we should not waste our times, especially because we're still young. We need to strengthen our soft skills, and we also need to help the society because we still have the ability to have a creative mind. I think that is all from me. Here's one quote that I did, which is inspire other people, make a change now. My name is Dana. Thank you so much for your time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Diana, for the speech. That last performance from Diana wrapped our competition and final round today. Congratulations, guys. Well done. You did very well. For the announcement of the winner will be announced at the closing of Prodigy 2022 at exactly 3 p.m. or 1500. So along with other competitions announcement, so further information will be noticed. You may turn off your camera and turn off your mic while waiting. See you at p.m. If you would like to leave the Zoom